1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You just formed your first impression of me, and you did it in less than 7 seconds. And studies show that's all it takes to form our first opinion when meeting someone for the first time. But I knew the importance of the 7-second rule because of the 5 lessons that my mother taught me regarding beauty, appearance, and your most valuable asset. I have applied all 5 of these lessons to my life to make a good first impression, to gain the trust of strangers, and to present myself in a positive way to the world. These lessons have helped me to earn jobs, gain promotions, build businesses, earn trust from people, make friends, age well, and care for my belongings. And for those of you who have been asking me, I will be including my skin and hair care routine in this video because it was all built upon the lessons I learned from my mother. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Carrie Stone, and this is Carry On. And today we are carrying on about the 5 lessons my mother taught me about beauty. Starting with lesson number 1. Your smile is your most valuable asset. My mother would say, use your smile, use it much, take care of your teeth. Did you know that smiling influences your mood and also your level of happiness? Kids smile 400 times a day as compared to adults who typically only smile about 20. Find your inner kid and smile, smile, smile. Smiling takes less effort than frowning. Go figure. And smile lines are much better than frown lines. Just saying. Smiling can make you feel happier. And smiling is contagious. Researchers have found that it is very hard to maintain a frown when you are looking at someone who is smiling. And smiling is linked to reduced stress and increased health. And actually, smiling does not cause wrinkles. As a matter of fact, smiling acts as a facial massage that actually delivers antioxidants, blood, and endorphins to the surface of your skin. So after hearing that, let's talk skincare. My mother stressed to me the importance of taking care of your skin. And because of that, I have taken skincare pretty seriously throughout my adult life. But I took it another step further because of my pursuit of health, and I have expanded that which my mother taught me. So when it comes to skincare, I realize you can do all you want on the outside, but if you don't start with the inside, the outside's not going to matter a whole lot. So that's where I start with my skincare. And the first thing I do, I drink 100 ounces of filtered water every single day. And I use the Zero water filter. And just so you know, everything that I mention in this video, I will link in the description below, so you don't have to go searching for it. But I use the Zero water filter. I have trust issues with tap water after years of being in real estate, and I will not drink it. So I drink 100 ounces of filtered water every single day. 40 ounces of that water is in the form of electrolytes. I use 3 different electrolytes. I've been going back and forth. One of them is a little controversial right now because people are claiming it has maltodextrin and things like that. So I am still choosing my main source of electrolytes, but right now I go between 3 different brands: Element, Primal Hydration, and Dr. Berg's electrolyte drink. When it comes to taste, Element wins. When it comes to value and health, Dr. Berg wins. So I'm making my decision still. You can make yours. I'll put all 3 below and you decide. Let me know what you choose. The next thing that I use towards building my skin from the inside out is the food that I consume. You cannot eat a bunch of garbage and expect your skin to look gorgeous. It will not. I live by eating well 80% of the time. I really work hard at keeping junk food and processed foods out of my house, and I focus on protein and vegetables. Those are my main focus points when it comes to food. And I'm going to tell you, I have found one of the easiest ways to eat healthy is using imperfect foods. I'm going to put a link below that you can try it out for yourself and you get $10 off your first order. But I have loved imperfect food. It has cut down the amount of time I spend at the store. I just get my healthy food delivered to my house. It takes me a few minutes to order it, and my life is so much better. And it has saved me money because I'm not impulse buying. Yay. So I love it. I'll include the link for you. And don't forget that the food you eat will affect your weight, your complexion, and your overall health. So if those things matter to you, really pay attention to what you are eating. Your food shows up in your skin. The next thing I do, collagen. I have collagen in my coffee every single morning. Not only has it improved my nails and my skin and my hair, but it has made a difference in my joints, in my bones. It affects so many parts of your body. Collagen for the win. The next thing I do is an infrared sauna. Now, I have not an overly expensive unit, but an expensive unit. My unit now runs about $1,000. I've had it for about 10 years. It was $600 and some when I bought it. But there are cheaper ways to do this. First of all, some med spas have them and you can try them out there. There are tents you can use. I do not have a personal experience with them, so I'm not sharing that in the description, but I am going to share the one that I have. And if you're able, try it out. Telling you the benefits of an infrared sauna would take a whole other video in itself. If you want me to do a video on infrared sauna, let me know. I'm happy to do it. It has made a very big difference in my life, and it does affect your skin and your ability to detoxify, and it helps the elasticity. It just does a lot of great things for your body. Finally, when it comes to the inside, I have to mention sleep. You know how we always called it beauty sleep? I need to get my beauty sleep. The truth is, if you're not getting enough sleep, you are not going to look your very best. It's just a reality. I mean, have you ever looked in the mirror after a bad night's sleep? It's not pretty, is it? So sleep is important. So I take melatonin every night. I take a product called Neuramag. Oh, it's right there. I take this every night. And the other key thing that I do that helps my skin and hair is I sleep on a silk pillowcase. Now that helps to stop the breakage of your hair, but it also helps with stopping the creasing on your face. So when you're sleeping on your side and you get the creases, you don't get those creases when you're using a silk pillowcase. Now onto the outside of the skin. Did you know that your skin regenerates every 27 days? Did you know that stress directly impacts your skin health and appearance? And as we start talking about skincare, I want you to be aware of how healthy self-care is. They are saying now that self-care is a form of mental health care. So we have to stop as women beating ourselves up and feeling guilty when we take care of ourselves, because there is value to our families, to our spouses, to our kids, to our community, to our coworkers when we take care of ourselves. And finally, regular skincare reduces the sign of wrinkles by 50%. Hello, can we say yes to skincare? Yes! Gotta love 50% odds. And when it comes to my skin, one of the things that I do that makes a big difference, I dry brush in the sauna and I wet brush in the shower. So what that means is I use bamboo brushes and I start on the bottom of my feet, brush up along my body towards my heart. Anywhere there's lymph nodes, ladies, you know where all the lymph nodes are? You know, I'm not showing you on the video. But wherever there's lymph nodes, brush more aggressively towards the heart, towards the heart. That helps to just stimulate collagen production. It helps to stimulate blood. It helps to get rid of the old yucky skin that makes you look older. And it just does a lot of good things for your body. So I dry brush in the sauna. I wet brush in the shower. Those two things make a lot of difference on how my skin looks. And when you're doing it, especially focus right around here, because that décolletage area is where you show a lot of your age. So pay attention there. The next thing I do for self-care are detox baths. There was a time that detox baths were just part of my healthcare routine, and they became a chore. And finally, I realized this is something that is beautiful, and I should make it more beautiful and not something that is a chore. So now I light candles and I put on a face mask, and my detox baths consist of baking soda, Epsom salt, and some essential oils. And I turn on usually a Hallmark movie, right now, Hallmark Christmas movies, and I relax in that detox bath and allow my body to rest, recover, restore, and just find a place of peace. Just settle down and allow yourself that self care. It will make you prettier. It just does. The other thing I do is 24 karat gold eye patches. And I will just put these on and then brush my teeth or put my lotion on or whatever I'm doing. I'll just leave them on for 5-10 minutes and just let them do their work and just give my skin under my eyes a little gift. I mean, who doesn't love 24 karat gold, right? Now, before I start with my skincare routine, I just want to say to those of you who are on tight budgets, you may not be able to afford this skincare line, but that doesn't mean you can't take care of your skin. There were years that I could not buy a good skincare line. And what I did during those years was I researched good lines, and then I would go to Ross, TJ Maxx, and Marshalls and look in their skincare department and look for better brands. And I pieced together my skincare during those times. The most important thing is that you keep your skin clean and moisturized. And there were times too, I couldn't even afford to go do that. So I would use olive oil, coconut oil. I mean, I got creative. You can get creative. But if you have to go into debt, if you have to use a credit card in order to buy the skincare line that I'm going to show you, please don't buy it. I'm begging you. Don't go into debt for skincare. Don't go into debt for anything that you don't have to go into debt for. Just wanted to give you that little FYI. I have had the privilege of being able to use pharmaceutical grade skincare for the last few years because I've been a business coach at a med spa. And so that opened up my world a little bit to products that I would have never used otherwise. Recently, they started carrying a line that you can now get on Amazon. So I was really excited about that, and especially since I started using this line at the beginning of October, and I'm in love. It is called ZO. Here's one of the things I have discovered when you buy better products. The higher grade a product is, I have found the longer it lasts, the less is required of it. I have found this with shampoo, I have found it with hair care products, and I have found it with skin products. I was told when I got this cleanser that it required only a little dab and it would do its job. And I didn't believe them. And I put a squirt out on my hand and I had so much so much cleanser that I didn't know what to do with it, and I felt really guilty. So this little bottle I filled halfway the first week of October, right before I left for Nashville. So I've been using this bottle that was filled only halfway since October 5th. And I still have a quarter of a bottle left. And it is now November 22nd, I think. So this stuff is going to last forever. Like this is pretty much full. So it's going to last a long time. So I start my day, I exfoliate my face with the ZO exfoliator. This stuff is amazing, smells good. It's not hard to get off your skin. I've used exfoliators before that it's like you cannot get them off of your skin, but this one I don't have that trouble with. After that, I wash with exfoliating cleanser. Then, oh, I love this stuff. I use this growth serum eye cream, and so it comes in this little wand like this. So you just push up some on the wand and you just rub it into your eyes like this. And so it's like you're getting a little spa treatment. It's so amazing. And then I use this eye brightener, and it doesn't take much. It's like literally like this. And I just, will put it around. I'm just going to go ahead because I don't want to waste it. But you just tap it around your eyes and it's just amazing. Then I use the firming serum and then the wrinkle and texture serum. After that, I like to use a tinted moisturizer with SPF. Sadly, I have not found one from ZO. So I have been using one from Dermatology, I believe is how you say their name. But I will link it in the description below. But I'm low maintenance when it comes to foundation. I have found that foundation on my face after 50 makes me look old, and I don't want to look old. I really like the tinted moisturizer with SPF because we need our SPF. My friend Jen just had a cancer spot removed from her face, and she wants everybody to remember to use your SPF and go to your dermatologist. I don't want to be without SPF, so I kill like 3 birds with 1 stone. I have some tint in there. It covers up a little bit, but not a lot. It doesn't make me look old, and my skin is protected. At night, I use this again, the exfoliating cleanser, and then I use these complexion pads. Now, I know some people who cut the pads in half to make them go farther. So, that's a creative way to save money. And then I put on this growth factor serum, and this stuff is awesome. You push it down, the amount that you need comes up, you rub it all around, and then your face feels like a baby's butt. It is so incredible. And I also use the eye serum again at night. I let all of that kind of just sit in, and I put on some nighttime lotion, and I just let that sit for a little while. And then I begin the magic. And the magic is castor oil. Hello. Castor oil has totally changed my life. I will do a video with castor oil at some point because I'm using it for a lot of things right now and testing it out in all the different ways. Castor oil slathered all over your face at night does amazing things. And whatever you put on your face and then you put castor oil over that, it's going to seep in and do more work than it would have done otherwise. So castor oil has been amazing. But let me tell you, another one of my mother's tricks. You never ever want to waste product. You want to go down your neck and all over your décolletage. You still have anything left? You go on the backs of your hands and rub it all in. You still have anything left? You hit the elbows. And do this also with the castor oil. When you're putting that on, keep just rubbing it. Don't waste any of it. Rub it in on your knees, on your feet, anywhere you can find, because all of those things make a difference with how your skin ages. My mother died at 74, and her hands were soft and beautiful, and she had no age spots. They were just gorgeous. I know it's that little trick from never wasting skincare. She always uses it. I've had times where I've had eye cream and then had extra, and I'm like, what do I do? So I'll just go wherever the wrinkles are the deepest and just rub it in. Don't waste. Waste not, want not. And speaking of waste, my mother would say it's a waste if I don't ask you right now to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll find out anytime I post a new video. And if you think you have a friend who might enjoy this video too, would you share it with them? I sure would appreciate it. My mother would have appreciated it too, because, she always wanted great things for me. Thank you so much for your help, for your support. I so appreciate every single one of you guys. The next lesson my mother taught me was not to make excuses. She said lack of money was never a reason to not present yourself or your home well. And my mom did not come from privilege. She was raised a poor farm girl. She was not allowed to wear makeup or have nice clothes until she was almost out of high school. And she had to learn mostly everything she knew about fashion and makeup and hair on her own back before we had the internet. So she went to beauty school and she learned how to do her own hair, how to do her makeup. My mother always looked stunning. She always looked put together. And she didn't have money until later in life. And yet you would have never once looked at her and guessed that she didn't have money. And she had some things that she did to accomplish that. She used whatever resources she had to her advantage. She used her smile. She used her ability to make stuff from nothing. She knew how to sew, so she would make her clothes. And she believed you keep your clothes clean, mended, and ironed. And that would make a difference in how you presented yourself to the world. So she knew how to make the most out of everything. And she taught that to me too. And with that, she included hair. Because when you walk into a room, this is what they're going to look at first. So take care of it all. Did you know that hair growth is influenced by nutrition, hormones, and overall health? And I know that to be true because my hair has changed a lot. My hair was wavy when I was younger. Then I had babies and my hair got a little curlier. But when I got sick and I was on high dose antibiotics for years, and then I was getting 2 nutritional IVs a week, my hair got curly. I mean, curly, curly. It was kind of that chemo effect thing, but I didn't have chemo. It was just all the IVs and the antibiotics and all the stuff that was going through my body, and my hair changed. Last year, do you remember on social media, everywhere you looked, it was like all these commercials on how to get your hair curlier, whether you had wavy hair and wanted curly hair, or you had straight hair and wanted curly hair. So it was all of these videos on how to make your hair curlier. And of course, they were trying to sell product. Well, one day I almost got sucked into buying the product when all of a sudden I thought, what if I used my products, but I tried what they're saying about making your hair curlier? I tried it, and doggone if they weren't right. So the key to having controlled curls comes down to this. Don't put a towel on your head after you wash your hair. Keep your hair really, really wet. So here's what I do, ladies. I still can't tell you, for those who want to know what the style of my hair is, I don't have a clue what the style of my hair is. I can just tell you how I get it to look the way it looks. So first of all, I love Loma hair products. I've been using them probably 10, 12 years. They're just really good, healthy products. And they smell so good. I use the moisturizing treatment. So I wash my hair, and the thing I was saying earlier about how good products last longer, it doesn't take much of this. And I have a lot of hair. So it doesn't take me much. And these last me a long time. And then I put in the conditioning treatment. Now, one of the things that I do with that is I put my head over in the shower and I use my hands as a comb and I run it all through my hair. And one of the keys I had found too with the hair, you scrunch and squeeze, scrunch and squeeze, scrunch and squeeze. So I do that, leave the conditioner in while I'm shaving and doing all the other stuff you do in the shower. After I'm done, I no longer put a towel on my head. After I get the conditioner out of my hair, I scrunch and squeeze just to get some of the excess water out. And then I go out from the shower and I put on a moisturizing treatment, an oil treatment. You want to be really careful with whatever kind of oil you use on your hair. Loma products go into your hair. A lot of products that you use that are oil based, especially cheap ones, they will lay on your hair. You don't want that. Nobody wants oily hair. So make sure you get a good oil treatment when you get one, because first of all, they will last forever. I've had this a long time and I use it like twice a week. Just put that on and let that soak through it, like let it sit on your hair for a little while. I clip my hair up on the top of my head while I'm washing my face and things like that. And then I put on whatever styling treatment I'm going to use for my hair. Now I go back and forth between the Loma products that are my favorite and Not Your Mother's Hair, which I will just use about every other time. I'll switch back and forth. Depends on how cheap I'm feeling. If I'm having a tighter month where I'm trying to pay something or Christmas is coming or whatever, I'll use Not Your Mother's. It's a lot cheaper. But normally I really like the Loma products, and I do prefer the Loma products over the Not Your Mother's Hair products. I will do some of the curly cream. Again, I only use my hands. I don't use a brush or a comb or anything. I put my head down again. I run it all through using my hand as a comb. Scrunch and squeeze, scrunch and squeeze. And then I do the same thing with the gel. Then I use a diffuser and a hair dryer, and I just scrunch and squeeze the whole time. You just get as much of it up as you can, hold it up there, and just let those curls set. Now, the one unhealthy thing that I do that I have not gotten away from in my pursuit of health in my life is I use Garnier hairspray. I have tried every healthy hairspray on the market. They either smell weird, and I'm really, really smell sensitive, or they don't work. And I just got tired of trying, and this is cheap. I have it in on auto ship from Amazon. I never have to think about it. It just comes, and my life is easier, and I save money. So I'm going to include the Loma hairspray in the description below because I love all their products. And I have bought that one before, but that one to smell is just a little too much for me. After you have spent all this time and effort on your skin and your hair, don't forget to put on some makeup. You don't have to put on tons of makeup, even just a little bit of mascara and some lip color. It has been proven that women who wear makeup to work make $6,000 more annually than women who don't. I could not believe it when I read that stat. It does matter how you present yourself to the world. And let's face it, a little bit of mascara and a little bit of lip color goes a long way when you're presenting yourself to the world. So ladies, just put a little bit of effort, just a little. You don't have to go overboard. We don't want to be the fake contoured and nobody would recognize you if you didn't have makeup on look. Let's go natural and just enhance our beauty as much as possible. And this leads me to number 4 of the lessons from my mother. When you go out in public, go out dressed and prepared as if you are going to meet the most important person of your life. You never know who you're going to meet. How did I know 29 years ago that I was going to get up one morning to wash, dry, hot roll my hair, put on my makeup, don my suit and all of that to go to a meeting and meet the man I would marry? I didn't, but there he was. Am I glad I got up and made myself presentable? Why, yes, yes, I am. So you never know who you're going to meet. Be ready, be expectant to meet someone who's going to change your world in a positive way. And my mother's advice to always present yourself well goes hand in hand with every band director, choir director, and piano teacher I ever had, who insisted that we dress nicely for concerts and recitals because it is scientifically proven that those who dress better perform better. So we need to be prepared. And now they're finding that even for people who work at home, if you get up, clean yourself up, get dressed, you will get more done during the day and you will do better work and be happier. So present yourself well, even if it's to yourself. You deserve that. You don't want to work with a sloppy coworker. Doggone, treat yourself well. And finally, lesson number 5 from my sweet mama: positive people are pretty people. Can you look in the face of a person who is being kind and loving and joyful and sweet and think, boy, that person's ugly? No, no, you don't. Because people who speak life and hope and love and joy, those people radiate beauty. Positivity is beautiful, and we all need it. And I don't know about you, I want more of it. You know, you get a choice in how you handle the things of life. Life happens to all of us. Good things, bad things, tragic things, horrible things, amazing things, exciting things. Life happens. My mother had more than her fair share of tragic events in her life. But in the midst of that, she still taught me all of these amazing and beautiful lessons. And even though she had had so much pain, she still managed to live a life of showing love and grace. I will never forget 2 weeks after my sister had been killed in a car accident, and I was not in a good place. I could not function. I hadn't showered. I hadn't put clothes on. I was in my pajamas. And my mother, who had just lost her daughter, she came to me and she looked at me and she said, "This is enough. Get up, get in the shower, put on some clean clothes, and get back to your life." How She managed to do that when she was in the worst place she had ever been. I will never understand that. Can you imagine the strength that that took? She was in the worst place of her life, but she found her strength within her because she still had two other daughters who needed her, and she had to help them find their strength. She was never more beautiful to me than at that moment. She found her strength so she could help me find mine. This time of year can be really hard when we're missing the people that we love so much and we've lost. But doing this video made me reconnect with my mother in a special way. I'm really glad I did it because remembering her as that beautiful, stunning, kind, generous woman, it's just made me feel connected to her again in a way that I haven't felt for 6 years. What lessons have you learned that made your life better? And how can you honor the person who taught you that lesson today? I feel like I've just honored my mom by remembering her, by sharing the lessons that she taught me and giving them to you. And I hope they make your life better the way they've made mine. I hope that my mom's lessons can go out into the world and help people to share their smile, dress like they're going to meet the most important person in the world, be more positive, take care of all that they have, and make no excuses. I hope this video helps to brighten your life, and I hope it helps you to stand a little taller, to allow yourself some self-care and present yourself in a way that will just make your world a better place. And until next time, carry on.